welcome to the greenhouse. We are here in the greenhouse, first cuppa in the greenhouse of the year, and I'm only out here briefly. It's a lovely day, such a lovely day, but I'm only in here briefly to sieve some compost to get ready for chilli sowing. I'm not sowing them today, I'm going to be doing them tomorrow, but I wanted to get them prepped today. So I'm using this peat-free compost from B&Q. It's their Verve range, and it's alright. It's very, very fibrous. If you look, this is the sieved compost. It's very, very fibrous. But seeds, and I have sieved it, but there's lots of pieces of wood in it. I think it needed a bit longer composting, to be honest. But this will be fine for seeds. It's light. It'll be nice and free draining. Yeah, it'll hold moisture. It's still slightly damp. It's been in my house for a week because I wanted to make sure it wasn't too cold. So I've brought it out to sieve it, and it's cold now. So, but I'm not going to be sowing the seeds till tomorrow. So, like I said, this can sit in the house somewhere high and out of reach of my cats. I don't want anyone thinking that this is for them, because it's not. It's all for me. Right, so I have soaked my seeds. So I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do this or not, but I have, because it's the 16th of February today, and I'm a bit later with this than I wanted to be. I'm not too late, it's not a disaster, but I just wanted to get a good growing season, a good long growing season for these. So this is what I've got here. So these two ones here are my sweet peppers. So this is the first one. This is Sweet Black Knight F1 Hybrid, and Red King, which is an F1 as well. There's a few F1s actually, which I'm not particularly trying to get, or trying not to get really, but I do have a lot of non-F1 seeds, as you can see here. So we go on to the hot chilies, or the chilies rather, and I've got, this is Chinese Dragon Tongue. I've abbreviated it there so I can fit it on. This is Early Jalapeno, Padron, de Cayenne, and then I've got aubergines. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to soak aubergines in tea or not, but I've done it because they're, you know, why not? So we've got Early Long Purple, which I grew last year, and they had a really good germination rate. This is actually the only thing here that is not new seed this year. This is from last year. I didn't grow them onto bean plants because I sort of never potted them on, and then ended up buying grafted aubergines last year. Then I've got Doga, which I have grown before. These ones, some of these are from real seeds. I've got quite a few that are real seeds actually. Excuse the state of this table. It's it's a kind of work table we've got, like, and it's very messy anyway. So we've got Doga, and then we've got Czech Early and Organic Coulon. So there you go. That's 10. Now I've put roughly 8 seeds in each, because I've got over here I've got my heater propagator set up with my little cell trays, which are 5x8, I think, I hope. Yes, they are. So we've got 10 varieties, so that will fit perfectly in there. So I've got my compost sorted. It is just peat-free compost from B&Q. It's their Verve range, and it's very fibrous. I've sieved it, still some bits in and stuff, but I've sieved it, and hopefully it'll be fine. I never really have problems with compost. I've always been peat-free, and I know some is a bit pants, isn't it? And I was tempted to hold off on sowing because I've got some Melcourt Silver Grow coming on Monday. I've been trying to find a stockist near me for ages, and it's just not happening. So I've given in, and I've ordered off Amazon. I think it was £9 a bag. But normally, you see, I would use tons of the stuff because I've been growing in pots for so long and in big planters. But actually this year I've got an allotment, so I don't need to have to worry about that. So I'm not going to be using as much compost as I would normally. And I do have some homemade stuff available. And I also, as well, I have all of those planters that we're going to take apart. I've got all that compost as well, which I'm going to amend and used to grow potatoes, I think. But I will be adding stuff back into it to make sure that it's good. So it hardly had anything growing in it last year, so I think it'll be fine. So here's my cell trays. So I'm in my bedroom, so I'll try and be as tidy as possible. And I'm just going to add this in. It's room temperature. It's not very warm. It's room temperature. I kind of wish I'd done this earlier. And because the propagator's been on for a few hours now. So I do kind of wish I'd done this a bit sooner. But I haven't. So this is all I'm doing is just basically popping it in here. You know what to do. You don't need to see me do this. So I'll be right back when these are filled up. All done now. If we zoom up close, you can see just how fibrous this compost really is. It is very fibrous. Hopefully it'll be okay. I always underestimate how much compost it takes to fill one of these trays. I've pressed it down gently. I've not compressed it too hard, but I wanted it to fill. You know how annoying it is when you sow some seeds and then you water them and the compost disappears from underneath. Creates a big sinkhole. So, yes. And I just want to apologise for my breathlessness if I'm deep breathing on camera. I've bought another new microphone just to see if I can sort of get a better sound quality, but I've got iron deficiency anemia and I am very breathless at the moment. I've just eaten my tea as well, so I'm all full up. So, yes, I'm very breathless and breathing deeply, so, me talking so fast and constantly isn't really helping that. But that's what I do. So, yes. It's a family trait because my little girl's also anemic. But, yeah, my number's 7.8, my iron level. I don't know if that means anything to any of you, but it's in the pretty poor category. So palpitations and breathlessness and fatigue and brain fog and tiredness and all that good stuff that we love. It's really nice. So that's enough about me. Let's get on with sowing some seeds. Right, so I'm just going to pop these on the top. And that's kind of what I'm doing for now. Using my, I've got plastic plant label. I do prefer to use wood, but I found last year that all my wooden ones rotted off and I didn't know what anything was. So I'm just putting one. I'm just putting one in each module. And this is Red King F1, the sweet pepper. And yeah, I'm just going to go down the line and I'm just going to carry on. It's a bit tricky, I'll be honest, because you've got to be, it's hard to grab them, especially when you're trying not to get your mush on camera. Who starts a YouTube channel but doesn't want to be on the actual videos, eh? Who does that? Yeah, I do that. That's who does it. What a sausage. What a sausage I really am. So, I think I sowed 8 of each. Have I got the right amount? No, I've got more than 8 on this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sow 8 and then I'll just double up on a couple of the cells. So yeah. Beep, 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 beep. And then I find it very difficult to do, but because if all 8 germinate, if all 12 germinate, I will actually cut the weakest ones down from where there's multiple sown. So we'll start with the first one. We'll do another one over here. I'll cut one down. I find it very difficult to do that because my instinct is to just pot them all on and have hundreds of chilies growing, but actually I haven't got the space. Oh god, must be annoying you watching me try and fish for chili seeds. But anyway, we've got that. So we've actually got 11. Have I done one in there? Yeah, no, I haven't. I've done one, but not the other one. Right, so I'm going to carry on. I'm going to speed it up because there is no way on earth you want to watch me do that another 9 times. And I'll see you at the other side. You'd think after a few rows I'd start to get better at this, but actually, I think I might be getting worse. so that's that done. I have put the lid on, closed the vents. I normally have my bedroom window open, but I'm going to keep it closed. There's a radiator behind here as well, so that should stay nice and warm, and we'll see how long germination takes. I am going to have my grow lights on. I'm going to have them on as if it's the middle of summer, so about 16 hours a day. I don't think they're that great. If I just show you this side of them, they're not the best. They're Amazon special. I think they were about 20 quid. There's 5 arms on them. I do often get things getting a bit leggy under them. So, yeah, they'll do, but they're not brilliant. This is a north-facing window, so that's no use to me in terms of light anyway. Seeds do generally need light to germinate, so I am already turning the grow lights on. I'm not waiting for them to germinate. Although, you know, some people would leave them in the dark. I am turning them on, but probably not tonight. I got them done, finally. I can't believe it. I was starting to think we'd never get any sown. I probably am going to buy a couple of jalapeno plants from somewhere, wherever I see them. I know I'm not saying it right, am I? Is it jalapeno? To be fair, I used to call them jalapenos, so it's an improvement on that, however I say it. So, so yeah. So, I'm going to buy a couple of plants just to make sure that I get a good crop, because I do love to, as I said before, I do love to pickle the jalapenos, and I do want to make some of that cowboy candy this year. Now, one thing I do want to show you is something I've got this week, and I've seen a couple of other people showing them online, and it is this. Woo! My little root trainer. It is fantastic. I have seen that people have been buying them from Ian at Grown Local. I didn't, because I didn't know he sold them. I bought this elsewhere, and I paid quite a bit more money for it than at Ian's shop at Grown Local. So I will be buying some more. I got 2 boxes, and they are root trainers. There are 28 of these in each box. They come out in these 4, which is brilliant, I think. And they open. Let me show you. Do it. I can't really see what I'm doing because the lighting's so bad in here. I've actually got a ring light here, and I can't see anything because it's so bright in my face. So yes, here we go. They open up. They do open completely. I'm just inept, frankly. So yeah, that's really good. I got them. They're in really sturdy bases, and then the top is just like a normal propagator lid. You've got the vent that you can open and close, and it's good. I'm going to use it for my broad beans, because I'm going to do those soon. And yeah, really like that. So got my chillies done just in time to start sowing everything else, haven't I? So I am going to have a look at what I want to sow this week. I don't think I've got all the tomato varieties that I want to grow yet, so I'm not really sure what. I've got quite a few varieties of plum tomatoes for the polytunnel. I've got one hanging basket tomato variety. I can't remember what it is, but I'm going to do a video on tomatoes, just on tomatoes, because tomatoes are my, you know, absolute priority crop. Like I said, tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, they're my kind of things that I'd be gutted if I didn't get a crop of, because tomatoes are just so useful, and my oldest daughter just lives off cucumbers when they're in season, and I love cucumber soup. I've mentioned it before, Delia's late summer cucumber soup. Look it up, it's available online. It's an amazing soup. I leave out the double cream or the creme fraiche at the end, but everything else is great, and I freeze batches of it, because what do you do with cucumbers? You eat them, you pickle them. They make a great soup, they really do. They're really simple ingredients that you can grow, that many of you will grow anyway. I won't tell you what they are because I don't want to get in trouble with Delia. But yeah, look that recipe up if you like soup, because it's a lot nicer than you might imagine if you've never tried cucumber soup. Anyway, yes. So lots of things to sow. I've got a watermelon sugar baby to sow this week. It is early, but you know, we don't have a long season, so I just want to make sure that I give it my best shot with it, because again, my oldest, watermelons and cucumbers are her thing, so I'd really like to be able to get at least one fruit from that. Hopefully more than one cucumber though. I really would be pretty peed off if I don't get more than one cucumber. Anyway, So yes, I've still my tomatoes to buy, but I do have a lot of other things, seeds already. I had hundreds of packets of seeds. I had to sort of give some away because I had so many that I was never going to use. My husband bought me, Mark, he bought me a kitchen garden magazine for my birthday, and it came with 10 packets of seeds, which I love. He always does that. He often goes out and just gets me a magazine. Well, he's gone out today and got me a kitchen garden magazine, but unfortunately he's picked me the same one up. So I've got duplicates of those seeds in there. And my Gardener's World came yesterday, and that's got some new seeds in as well, and there's a tomato. So yes, if you have any good recommendations for hanging basket varieties that are blight resistant, let me know, because I usually have around 10 hanging baskets with tomatoes in, and I find that they are perfect for having at home, because my oldest will she'll just eat them like sweets, cherry tomatoes. So it's some nice little cherry tomatoes that are good blight resistance, good prolific fruiter, and taste nice as well would be a bonus. Let me know in the comments. So have you done your chilies? Are you doing chilies? Where are you with your sowing this year? Let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you. Remember, this is why I do this, to interact with other people who love this as much as I do. So say hi in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with you soon. I've got some time at the allotment next week when the kids go back to school, and I cannot wait to get some February jobs done. I'll see you then. Bye for now.